Is it A11Y, A11Y, or Ally? Hi, this is Stephen, and welcome to Exploring Accessibility. This is going to be quite a short video in which I hope to answer a question that I've heard a lot. What is Ally? What does it have to do with accessibility? Why does it mean accessibility? It's not actually Ally, although it might look like that. It's actually A11Y, often pronounced Ally, and is an abbreviation for accessibility. A and Y are the first and last letters of accessibility, and 11 is the sum of the letters in between. If you're also involved in web development, you might be familiar with such abbreviations. I18N for internationalization and L10N for localization. These are, according to Wikipedia, numeronyms, or words made up of letters and numbers and representing another word. I say according to Wikipedia because it doesn't actually exist as a real word. You won't find it in any English dictionary. Quick search for the term will find many articles on the subject of accessibility. All of them quote the same Wikipedia article, or they're quoting other articles that quote Wikipedia. I guess it's like backronym. This was also used a long time by the general public until it appeared in dictionaries. But unlike a numeronym, it actually was an acronym of sorts. But instead of the acronym fitting the words were chosen to fit the acronym. A good example of this is Spectre from James Bond, Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge and Extortion. And yes, I did have to look down at my script to actually read that. I'm afraid I can't remember that, and neither can anyone else. And nobody seriously believes that Ian Fleming actually came up with that organisation and just discovered by happenstance that it spelled out Spectre. It's clearly a backronym. A11Y is not an acronym since the letters don't actually stand for any particular words. It's also not a numeronym since we just discovered this doesn't exist. It's just a pretty bad, inaccessible abbreviation for accessibility, which is ironic considering that it's used in accessibility circles so often. A11Y is often pronounced ally, as it happens to look like the English word ally, which suggests that you're allied to a particular cause, in this case accessibility. But most of these kind of abbreviations can't actually be pronounced that way. The abbreviation for internationalization, for example, doesn't look like any English word and is just pronounced I18N, or by some people I18N, which is even worse. But these kind of abbreviations aren't actually supposed to be pronounced the way they're written. They're supposed to be pronounced in full: accessibility, internationalization, localization. If you create a JIRA ticket about internationalization, for example, you might often write I18N rather than internationalization because it's a lot quicker. But when it comes to refining that ticket and discussing it in the team, you're not going to be talking about I18Ning a page, you're going to be talking about internationalizing a page. It's the same with A11Y and Ally. It should be pronounced accessibility. Don't just assume that everyone you're speaking to actually knows what this abbreviation means. Even at accessibility conferences, there might be people new to accessibility who aren't aware of what this term means. This was my first video as I've been moving from one part of Leipzig to another. But now that I'm settled in my new flat, I plan on trying to make videos again more regularly. This video didn't actually turn out to be as short as I was expecting, so thanks for watching this not so short video on accessibility and Ally. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to be notified about more videos exploring accessibility.